Okay, now I'd like to officially welcome each and every one of you from all over the world to another one of our weekly opportunity meetings we do on every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm coming to you live here from my outdoor poolside office. That's how I choose the office. When you make enough money, you can choose where you want to office too. So you make it as comfortable as you'd like. Anyway, we just got done watching a couple of videos about our sister website, the PMLcoin.app website, showing people that you can make $50 just by going click, 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 and you're done. That's all you got to do to make $50. What did you guys think of that? Do you guys like the idea of click, 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 and you make 50 bucks? You guys like that?
Yes.
Click,
Yes.
click, click.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I didn't say you had to recruit anybody, did I? It's really on that website, click, 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 you can make 50 bucks. You just have to become a lender. Okay, so you'll need some PML coin to do that. So, in order to be a lender, you have to have the PML coin. So I've got plenty of it, but let me show you if you're just getting started and you don't have a big budget to begin with, how you can work your way up to making $50 a day, but it may take a couple of months of accumulation. Let's say that word again, accumulation. Everybody say accumulation.
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 Yeah. The important
Accumulation.
the important word if you want to become
Accumulation.
wealthy, okay? All right. So
Okay.
let's see here. We went to wealth is when you're able to, have something left over after you've spent money, okay? If you don't have anything left over after you've spent money, you're not very wealthy, are you? Okay? But if you have something left over and that accumulates bigger and bigger and bigger, you become more and more wealthy. All right, so let me share my screen. And I'm going to open up a little chart here. Okay, let's say that you only had $65 to get started. I mean, I would recommend getting started with a little over $100 if you can, but if you can't do that much, the bare minimum here is 65. You're gonna need 50 in PML in order to do the loan. You're gonna need about 10 in USDT in order to access the website, and you're gonna need 5 to cover the transaction fees in BNB coin. So that adds up to $65. So month number one, you do one loan. So you go click, 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 and you're done for the month. Okay. Okay, because that's all you got to work with. But hey, you're going to get $100 before the end of the month. And then now you've got enough to do two loans.
No.
Okay. And so the way our system works is that if you have less than $3,000 of PML, you're allowed to do up to one loan per day. Okay, so you can do one loan per day for $50 if you have less than $3,000 of PML in your wallet. If you've got more than 3,000, you can do up to two loans per day. That's the limit, two loans per day. If you've got over $3,000 in PML in your wallet. So, but let's say someone's starting out on a super low budget here and all they've got is $65. Well, it won't take long before they're in good shape. Think about this, guys. Think about if someone's in a place where $50 is a lot of money and they can make that extra $50 their first month. That's still a pretty big deal for them. Like here in the Philippines, there's people that work office jobs and their take home pay is around 200 a month. So an extra 50 on top of that 200 would be pretty big. It would be a big deal. It'd be a big deal for them. And that's even if they did click, click, click one time, they're done for the month. But the next month they can do it 2 days, and then they could take the $100 that they got, and now they've got $100 of PML that they could go click, click, click on day one and click, click, click on day two. Now that's going to turn into $200. And then the next month, $200 turns into $400, and $400 turns into $800. And then, they're at the max when they get to 1,500, if their PML coin is less than 3,000. So at that point, they could be making $1,500 a month. So if you take someone like in the Philippines there, where $200 is what an office job is going to pay you to work really hard at, in an office job, and you compare $1,500 to that, oh my goodness, that's a lot more money than $200. And you can stay home. You don't have to go to an office. You don't have to commute, right? You can stay home and make the money right over your smartphone or computer, whichever thing that you're working with. So here's a plan for someone that's got very little to begin with, and they can get started very small like that. Okay. All right. So in addition to that, I'm going to take you over to our main website. Okay, right here. So this is our pool funding website. This is the home here. Okay. We're currently looking for people to come in as co-founders. Okay. And you get everybody gets an account. Okay. And we have different pools. We've got currently we've got three pools. We've got the $1, $10, and $100 pools that are open. Okay. You can participate into these pools. We have a corresponding coin that goes with each one of them. Okay. And all the accounting's done for you. The training is right below here. You know, everything you need to know is all here in one place. Okay. Now, what people are very excited about, because just recently, it's been like maybe 2 weeks, maybe a little over 2 weeks now, we've been offering paid training. Okay. This is a brand new thing. So check it out. You see, if you are fully qualified, you get a check mark on everything, then you can get $50 by just coming to a training. Come and learn and listen and apply what you learn. And so basically we have a process where you're verified, trusted. Those are separate things. You've got a complete profile, which means you've come to the account page, you've clicked on your profile, and you put all the information in there that's needed. Okay. And you're active in at least the $1 pool. So you're at least in this $1 pool right here making a payment. Now you can see here, it allows you to make one payment a day. I've made a $1 payment here in the $1 pool for 313 days, but I've been accumulating coin in what we call the new coin value. And so you can see by when you add up these two numbers, what's been put into my wallet versus what's being seasoned in the website, and you add up those two numbers, it's about $100,000. So basically, my $313 of just basically purchasing $1 worth of coin every day has positioned me to accumulate coin that's got great value, fantastic value. And the reason why it has great value is because we promote the idea of accumulate coin, don't sell coin. Okay, very important. And that also applies to our sister website. Okay. So when we take a look at our sister website, we have the PML coin and we have a plan for it. Okay. Just like the rest of our coins, we have the same plan for all of our coins. And it works like this. It happens in 3 stages. Okay. So stage one is we got to hit our price target. Stage two is we create price stability. And stage three is we do economic development so that the coin has ongoing power to go from one all-time high to the next. Okay. And the key to that, let me just come back here. The key to that is following a plan like this one here. Okay. So this is for our PML coin. Okay. When we started this plan for the PML coin, we need to mute. Okay, thank you. The coin value of PML at the time when we started this plan was about $500,000 per coin. And we said, look, when it gets to 1 million, then we'll allow some selling, right? Just to kind of let some of the pressure out. Because ultimately the lending website, the idea behind it is it's supposed to be kind of like an exit strategy for the other coins that we have in pool funding. But we need to create solid price stability, which is stage two. We need to create that before we can just keep the selling open all the time. So right now, if you look at it, we went from $500,000 up to 1 million. We let the sellers come in. They drove the price down to 800,000, and then we stopped the selling. We said, okay, we gave them the signals to stop, and everyone stopped. Okay, and this is what works because people obey the signal. And our next stop and our next price target, before we'll start selling again, is 1.2 million. So when the coin hits 1.2 million, then we'll open up selling again. Selling will come down to 1 million, and then stop the selling, and we'll go back up to 1 point, see, that's 1.4, 1.6, and so on. The cheat sheet's at the bottom here. So from 50,000 to a million, down to 800,000, up to 1.2 million, down to 1 million, up to 1.4 million, down to 1.2 million, up to 1.6 million, down to 1.4 million, up to 1.8 million, down to 1.6 million, and then up to 2 million. And we hope that by the time we can see this happen, that we've got a lot more price stability built in, okay? And we can open up the periods of selling PML coin for longer periods of time, okay? And ultimately, with enough buying pressure on the coin, which we're going to be running a promotion here in a couple of days from now, that should put a lot more buying pressure on the coin, which means we'll be able to open up selling much sooner, okay? So we're doing a combination of things to create price stability, but it's very important that we keep our prices very, very high because that gives us so many more advantages. I mean, if you compare what we're doing to almost everybody else out there who's got these little tiny cheap coins that are like, one coin is like, 0.000, one something, and that's the value of their coin, and you have to have like 1,000 of them to add up to a dollar. That's what you see in most of the other digital money out there. But we recognize that creates a lot of disadvantages for the majority of people. If you really want to win, you want to do it as a group where the whole group gets to win, not just some of the people in the group. Okay. And that's what we're all about. Okay. All right. So let me share again. I'll show you some charts here. Okay. No, that's not what I want. That's why is it pulling that one up? Okay, there we go. All right. So let's start with our PML coin for our lending website, our sister website. So we look at a chart for it. Okay, this is what we call the ApeSpace charting system. It's kind of nice, a lot of information on here. It's also nice to look at it on this this altcoin charting website here. So you can see here we're resting at basically $1 million at the moment. Okay. So so we're right on track. You can see how we did hit our $1 million price target. We opened up the selling and we did come down to 800,000. We stopped the selling. We said, okay, stop selling. Everybody cooperated. We moved back up to 1 million, and we got to get to our next price target, which is 1.2 million. Now, without getting too deep into it, if you look at liquidity on what we're doing, believe it or not, it'd probably only take about maybe $1,000 to $1,500 to complete that move. So that's how much buying pressure we need. And if it all came in one day, for example, that'd probably be all it would take for us to get to our price target. We can open up selling again. Okay, so that might happen today, or it could happen, over the next day or two. All right, so we've got our PML coin sitting at 1 million. And then we've got our PFI coin. Okay. Currently our PFI coin is sitting at 1,700. The price target for this one is $500,000. Okay. And we go to our PFB coin. And our PFB coin is currently sitting at $6,700. Okay. The price target on this one is $1 million per coin. Then we go look at our PFS coin and round that off. And we've got a value bit right at $10,000 right now. A price target for this one is $2 million per coin. And then we've got our PFG coin, which all of you that are attending right now, coming into our uh, um, opportunity meeting as supporters that are qualified for paid training, we're going to be giving you $50 of the PFG coin, and it's currently sitting at 983,000. We were recently at $1.3 million here. All right, but here's the thing: sometimes we have people that don't get what we're doing, and they, since the coin's in their wallet, sometimes they sell. What happens to those people is they basically have basically self-eliminated themselves, right? So our rules are like, if you sell, then that's it. We're not going to trust you anymore, and you're out. Okay, so we want you to accumulate, but if you're not willing to follow that and you go ahead and sell early, prematurely, then basically you get removed and you don't get more coins. We're practically giving these coins away the way we do things here. Okay. And so why would you violate that trust if this is an ongoing opportunity to receive, because we're giving and giving and giving for just really simple things. Click, 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 or show up to a meeting, or the simple things. We just teach you to do simple things that pretty much anybody can do. And if you're willing to play by the rules, you're here for the long run. If you're not, we'll leave you behind. Now, the people that are here for the long run, they're not going for $50 a day. That's not their objective. Okay. The people here for the long run, their eye is on becoming a millionaire. Am I right? Those of you that are here with me, am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
And you don't want that to take 10 years. You're hoping it only takes maybe 1 year, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. More of you need to say so. Where's the confidence here? Show our guests that you got confidence in that. We have a pathway for you to become a millionaire in less than a year. Say, I love it. I agree. Something like that. You can unmute.
Everyone's in the chats.
Yep,
I agree.
absolutely.
Okay, good, good.
Now we're
So,
unmuted.
Turn that back off.
Yeah. Woo.
okay, so I guess Hunter had you all muted. Okay.
Yeah, because people can't keep themselves muted, unfortunately.
Oh, that's why. That's why I was like, why is there silence? Anyway, so look, guys, if you will stick with what we're doing here and follow our guide and basically show up to training and then implement what we train you to do, then you're on a pathway to become a millionaire probably faster than anything else you're going to find on planet Earth. You're on a path that's going to get you there faster than anything else. Okay. If you violate the path, you're not just hurting yourself, because we're going to throw you out. We might put your picture up and say, we're throwing this person out. Okay. We have a Telegram group, and we're like, hey, we take your picture every time you do a transaction. And if you're going to violate the rules, we need people to know who you are, so you don't try to sneak back in with a different sponsor. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So this is not good. So a few people have made that mistake. The good news is that it's only been a few that have made that mistake. But the bad news is that because of our liquidity structure that allows us to get to these high prices quickly, it also allows us for the price of our coins to go down quickly, and it cuts both ways. Okay, so it takes very little to push our coins up, but it takes very little to push our coins down, just because most of our coins are in the price target stage that I showed you, the 3 stages. Okay, stage 1 is price target. So we want low liquidity in order to get to our price target quickly. On paper, it shouldn't take more than a month for all of our coins to hit their price target on paper, but it's actually taken longer than that because we've had some people disrupt that by selling too soon. And that's why I keep asking you guys to repeat the word accumulation, because that's the key for this to work for everyone. Let's say it one more time. Everybody unmute. Accumulation.
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 Don't sell, accumulate. Very good. You see, and the idea is this, is that everybody in pool funding can win together, not just some of the people winning at the expense of everybody else. Okay. So we want everybody to have a solid path forward that they all can do exactly the same thing to get to millionaire status in a very short period of time. Okay. So in order for that to happen, everybody's got to understand the idea of accumulation is what creates wealth. Therefore, selling is counterproductive to that. And there's consequences for selling because we're not bringing you in as just some random user of our system. We actually treat you like an owner. When you join our organization, our eyes are on you as a co-founder, or I call it owner. Okay. You get to own what we have with us, right? But if you violate that trust that we have between owners, then we have to throw you out. And we're making that very clear on the front end that we're looking for people that want everyone to succeed, not just, somebody who's greedy and has an ego and that they're the only one who's going to succeed and they could care less about what happens to anybody else. We're trying to discourage people like that to even join us. If that's who you are, please don't join us, okay? If you're a greedy, egotistical, arrogant person that just wants this, wants to win and doesn't care how many people you hurt along the way, please do not join us, okay? But if you want the team to win, if you want to be among the winners, if you think it's more fun be at the top with all of your friends and family and not just standing there alone at the top, okay, then you're in the right place. Because that's our concept. That's our idea is we can win together. All of us get to win through the strategies and principles that we follow here in pool funding. All right. So we've got one of our super whales, one of our big accumulators, if you will. Got her hand up, Kay, who is in Montana, USA, but she's originally from Korea, but she's been in the US most of her life. Hello, Kay, you got your hand up. What would you like to say?
Oh no, I made a mistake.
Oh, you made a mistake to push the wrong button.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe
I'm
maybe
sorry.
while I've got you here, can you give us some sort of a greeting in Korean? Can you say some Korean for us so we can get, something nice, a little greeting or something like that?
이 그룹에 너무 좋아요. 사람들 너무 좋아.
There's a little Korean for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of you,
Well,
but
you know what?
I enjoy going to a Korean barbecue from time to time, so they're good.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm in this group. I'm happy with it.
Well,
Thank you very much.
we're glad you're here. Is everybody glad she's here? How many of you are happy that Kay became a part of our group here?
I'm very much happy.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm glad. Thank you for being here, Kay.
We're glad you're here. So we welcome everyone, but especially people like Kay, who come in, and they got what they got, whatever they can put together, and they put it into pool funding, and they don't walk in, they run in. So that was Kay for you. She caught the vision instantaneously once it was presented to her, and she's unstoppable. She's that kind of woman, so. Don't get in the way of Kay. She's going places, right? So, all right. And we've got Mel's. I guess, Mel's, I think you're from India. Is that correct? Hello, Mel's. You got your hand up. Okay. Maybe I'm calling on MELZ. You got your hand up. India. India's in the house. but maybe he's not understanding my English. Okay. Do we have anybody else that would like to unmute and just kind of share, what their thoughts are about pool funding, our new lending website? Anybody want to share anything before we close out this opportunity call?
Folks, if anyone wants to unmute, raise your hand and I can make you co-host so you can unmute.
There we go. All right, just checking in on Nancy. How you doing on collecting addresses?
I collect all the, sir. I'm done already.
All right, she's already done. Okay. Well, going once, going twice. Okay. We'll go ahead and call this an end of our meeting. Oh, wait.
We got a few hands up now.
What? All right.
Buzzer beaters.
All right, Casey, you hesitated, but we'll go ahead and let you come in and share your thoughts, and then right after that, try Danya. You're next. So we'll
Yeah, that's
start
a
with Casey.
prospect. The Tridonia is a prospect.
Oh, sorry. Could I please go last? It's not really regarding this. I just wanted to thank Nancy for being amazing and like
Okay.
a superwoman for everything she does for the community.
You're welcome. So I'll let you go last. So Tridonia, we're glad you're here. You're checking us out. What do you think?
I think it's wonderful. It's so wonderful. I just since I'm new and I don't really I was trying to understand you. I was trying to, get to know what you were saying. So what kind of would I need something like Token Pocket, or would I need something like TronLink? What could be used with this?
Yeah, our system is now working with all the different what people call Web3 wallets. So like you mentioned a couple there, both of them would work, so.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to know, because I do have TronLink. So
Yeah,
so that would work.
I've never heard of TronLink, to be honest with you, but I imagine it's a Web3 wallet, just like like the Pocket one.
It is.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So as long as a Web3 version, because I have an Exodus wallet and that doesn't work with it's not Web3, at least not that unless they've changed it since I've, but it's not a Web3 wallet that I'm aware of. But yeah,
Oh,
so
okay. That's all.
MetaMask has been the main one we've been using, and most of our training has been on how to use MetaMask. So yeah, all you got to do is connect wallet,
Okay.
and it works.
Okay.
And you just need to have probably a little bit of USDT and BNB because we're using the Binance network,
Oh, yeah, the Binance. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're glad you're here. Where are you from?
I'm Chicago, actually. I live in Arizona now, but I'm from Chicago.
Okay, from Chicago, now in sunny Arizona. Very
Yes.
good.
Yes. Thank you
I got
so
a brother
much.
there. I got a brother.
Do you?
Yeah, I do have got a brother there. So yeah, yep.
Well, it was a very nice presentation. Thank you so much.
Well, we're glad you're here. Thank you for attending. All right, we have Pastor Carl White. You got your hand up. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
Oh, hi. Let me lower it down.
There you go.
Yes, enjoyed the presentations tonight, and I mainly just wanted to say I almost forgot to put in my wallet address, so I just put it in like a few seconds ago in case she missed me.
Hey Nancy, don't forget the pastor. He put his wallet in just recently. All right.
But I enjoyed everything, and we look forward to our tremendous growth and to help eradicate poverty. Thanks, Ace.
Yeah, the power of what we're doing can eradicate poverty. So, I've shared my long-term vision of what we can accomplish in the world by doing things the way we do them. And maybe we don't have that much strength right now to help that many poor people right now. But as our systems become, widely used, then we'll be in a position to lift so many people out of poverty. And hey, if we can help someone just get on the pathway of making $50 a day, in most parts of the world, that would be life changing for them. There's 200 countries, probably 150 of those 200 countries. $50 a day would be life-changing. And we can do that on our sister website. You don't have to build a team on that one. You just do a loan every day, right? And you can since we're guaranteed that we double your money every month, then in a matter of a short period of time, think about it. Some people, Pastor, even yourself included, will dedicate so much time to education, right? Usually pay for it, right? Maybe spend 4 years going to university, right? And then they don't make any money while they're, the school's not paying them to show up. It's just the opposite. They're paying the school to be able to attend it. Okay, whereas here, if a person had nothing to begin with, just a little bit of money, maybe $65 to get started, and then they just got on that pathway of doubling their money for a couple of months, before they know it, they're at $1,500 a month, that they could be making, and that'd be $50 a day. And so in a time period much shorter than most people think what you'd invest in an education. Now, I'm sure you probably went through some sort of a training to become pastor, right? So, that took some time, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, so you invested time in that, and then for you, it's more of a calling, not necessarily a job. So, but the point is that we're gonna give the people the opportunity to literally earn while they learn, and we offer paid training, which really makes it, that's the cherry on top, if you ask me. So where else do you get paid training like this? This is amazing. All
Awesome.
right. Yeah, thank you so much. So let's wrap up with Casey. She wants to put in a good word for Nancy, because we know how hard Nancy works. But go ahead, Casey, share what your final thoughts are, and we'll close out the meeting from there.
Yes, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Nancy. You're so appreciated in the community because all the effort that you put into us. Just, Ace, you're really appreciated as well. We wouldn't be in this amazing opportunity without you. But I just want to kind of share some recognition to Nancy because she is really hardworking and everything like that. So yeah, thank you, Nancy.
I'll
Thank
second
you
that.
so much, Casey. I'm gonna cry.
Oh no, girl, don't cry.
All right.
Mommy.
Do you want to second that, Lindsay? Is that what you got your hand up? You want to second a big thank you to Nancy? Is that why your hand is up? Lindsay Bond.
More like,
I just want to say thank you to Nancy and all the execs.
Yeah.
Just great. And the sense of community, Ace, that you've been building here for as long as I've been involved, it's just amazing. It's palpable, you can actually feel it through this virtual,
You're
thing that we have going on
feeling
here.
the love. You're feeling the love, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Love doesn't
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
boundaries.
the way that
Yeah.
and the way that you just seem to draw like-minded people under yourself, and
Absolutely.
people with the same heart. Yeah, it's a wonderful heart you've created here for us all to belong.
Well, just
Um,
tap
you're a great
in.
teacher, coach, and mentor.
We all have that. We all have the ability to tap in. To me, you got to go in to win. So Lindsay,
Right.
you go in there and win, and and Nancy, go in there to win, and Casey, go in there to win. Each of you go in to win. You'll find by tapping in, because there's the divine, right? And that's where all the love is, actually. So
Yeah,
you look at the
the
source of
life
it all,
force.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And and so when you tap into that, then it starts to resonate, and people can pick up on how it feels. Long after people forgot what you said, they always remember how they felt, when they were
Yeah.
there, So that's what we want to do.
And
Lift
you
people
make
that-
each and every one of us feel special, Ace. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, each one of you are special, so it's not hard. All right. So I'm going to close out the call from here. And how about we just say $50 can be life-changing money. So how about that? Everybody just unmute and say, can we allow that, Hunter? Allow everybody to unmute. $50 can be life-changing
allowing
money.
it.
$50 can be
$50 can be
life-changing.
life-changing money.
Life-changing money.
Life-changing money.
Amen, amen,
Can
amen.
be life changing.
$50 can be life-changing.
Thank you
$50
for
money.
Good day, everyone.